everybody, my name is Mr. Francy, and welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my CSL number 8, that is my completed SAS list number 8, and today we are talking about the incredible duology that is the Friend For Hire mystery series. I cannot wait to discuss with you all this incredibly charming series. So let's start off by putting both books up on the screen next to each other. So first up, we'll put up A Plus One for Murder by Laura Bradford. This is book number 1 in the series, and I gave this book 4 stars. And next to it, let's put A Perilous Pal by Laura Bradford. This is book number 2, and so far the concluding book in the series, in the duology, and I gave this book 5 stars. Okay, so 4 stars for A Plus One for Murder, 5 stars for A Perilous Pal. Oh my goodness. Let's just begin the discussion. Alright, so we'll take A Perilous Pal off the screen and just put up A Plus One for Murder and talk about this one first. So, I went into this book, okay, we need to do Mr. Francy's story time. It's Mr. Francy's story time with Mr. Francy, talking all the goss from behind the scenes. Okay, so I went into this book because I had heard Tiffany from the Beach Bum Bookworm talking's not the right word. I would say gushing about this duology and just how much it meant to her and how lovely it was, and her gushing about it was so, as Maggie Smith in Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit might say, infectious in a good way to me, that I had to pick up this book and give it a go because, oh my goodness. And you know what? I walked away so incredibly happy reading this first book. So, what I need to tell you is that this series overall as a whole is extremely cozy. I thought that Amanda Flower's Amish Candy Shop series was the most cozy mystery series out there. No, it is not. It is this one. There are mysteries in both book 1 and 2, and there are mysteries we're trying to solve, and we do end up getting reveals and yada yada yada. There are deaths in both books, those are the mysteries, but aside from that, we have a plethora of cozy stuff going on. And so anyone who wants to tell me, oh, Mr. Francy, a cozy mystery book or series can't be dominated by the cozy aspect, I say, nay sir, pick up the Friend For Hire mystery series duology, because oh my goodness, it is incredibly cozy leaning, and I love it to pieces. Okay, so let's discuss book number 1. So, in this first book in the Friend For Hire series, we follow Emma, a woman down on her luck, whose current business is on the outs. Given the responsibility of having tea time once a week with a friend Dottie, thanks to Dottie's deceased husband, Emma is surprised one day when Dottie comes up with an idea. Why not do this, she says. Have tea, Emma asks. No, run a company for people who need a friend, Dottie says. It's crazy, right? Who in their right mind would pay for a friend for hire? But within moments, Emma has 2 new clients. When she takes the first one out to listen to a poem he's reading, Emma is surprised he needs her there. After all, won't everyone clap at the end? But the man tells her his poem will make everyone angry. Before he can even finish the poem, the man dies on stage. Emma knows there's more to the story than meets the eye, and alongside Dottie and new client Stephanie, the 3 work together to unmask the killer. Okay, so To my thoughts, I loved the cozy side of this book, but I wasn't a fan of the mystery. While I got the concept, the first client dies and there's more to the story than meets the eye, I didn't find it compelling and felt it took time away from the brilliant idea of the cozy aspect. To the cozy aspect itself, this is ingenious, heightened only by the fact that Laura Bradford came up with this idea during lockdown, which makes so much sense. The idea that our amateur sleuth could run a business as a friend for hire sat really well with me, and I delighted in each and every single cozy scene. So, I just absolutely lapped this first book up. I mean, I can't think of a more cozy idea for a cozy mystery series. Now, for those of you who haven't heard my reviews before, allow me to just deviate for a moment from this specific discussion to quickly point out to you what I mean when I say the cozy aspect. So, I've read a number of cozies by now. I think I've read at least 50, probably closer to 75. In fact, I actually have a statistic on my Discord. So there you go. Feel free to follow us on the Discord. This was not a moment for me to promote the Discord, but it just came up, so I'm going to. Link is in the description below. Click on it and come over and join us. So over on the Discord, I have my own page. So there is a reading/bookish goals section on the Discord where everyone who wanted to get involved with their own goals has their own name listed with their own channel in that section. Under my channel, titled Mr. Francy, I have statistics. I have many different things, but one of the statistics I have is the total amount of books that I have read for every single genre I have read since the beginning of 2020 when I started my channel here, Mr. Francy Reads. And so I have to date read, actually it's more than this because I haven't included the one book that I've read so far in June. I'm doing this in June in case it comes up later. But at the end of May in 2023, I had read 86 cozy mystery series. By the end of June, that will be 88. Currently, it is 87 because I just finished a cozy. So yes, I've read 87 cozy mystery books by this point. And so therefore, I feel that I am well read enough with the cozy mystery genre to be able to look at certain things when it comes to reviewing cozy mystery books. And so for me, I like to pull apart the two words that make up this subgenre of mystery, which is cozy and mystery, the subgenre being cozy mystery. So when you pull the two words apart, you have the word cozy and you have the word mystery. To me, the reason why this subgenre exists is because unlike a standard mystery that is not cozy, this subgenre exists so that we can have a cozier version of mysteries. And because of that, there is always going to be a quote-unquote cozy aspect in every single cozy mystery. And it doesn't matter what it is that you pick up, there's always a cozy aspect to that series. And so let me give you some very, very brief examples, shall I? With Amanda Flower's Amish Candy Shop series, the cozy aspect is the candy shop and the creation of candy. It has nothing to do with the murders that occur in the book, although sometimes it might, but it is a side plot to that murder. When I look at the Libby Klein series, the Poppy McAllister mystery series, the cozy aspect is the bed and breakfast. While there are murders that occur in every single book, the side plot, the cozy side, is a bed and breakfast. When I look at the Coffee House mystery series by Cleo Coyle, the cozy aspect is coffee because it is the side plot to the murders. So you see where I'm going here. What I'm saying is there is always a cozy aspect and a mystery aspect. Okay, so the cozy aspect in this series is our protagonist Emma's friend for hire business. So, as I said with the premise of book one, A Plus One for Murder, her octogenarian friend Dottie suggests that Emma run a business where she becomes a friend for hire, where people can hire her to do things you would do with friends. So, I just thought this was a fantastic idea. I mean, when it comes to the cozy aspect of a cozy mystery series, you need something that is going to be cozy, cute, warm, like an all-enveloping, comfortable, beautiful, serene hug. And what a better way to go than to have a business that you run that is all about being a friend to someone. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments below. To me, this is the single best idea you can have for a cozy aspect for any cozy series or book, because it's literally about being a friend. And yes, she makes money doing her business, but I have to say, Emma many times makes the point that she feels guilty taking money from people for being their friend, but Dottie continues to point out to her that everyone has to make a living and this is her business. So yeah, I mean, know that going in, that Emma's not someone who always wants to take money from people, and half the time she doesn't take money from them. But yeah, it's so extremely cozy. So anyway, let's quickly wrap up my thoughts on book one. I know I went on a tangent there, but there were reasons. So yeah, I came out of book one really, really happy that I had read this book, because there have been some cozies that I've read that honestly have disappointed me so much. Not only have I read 86 or whatever it is, cozy mysteries by now, but I have gone here, there and everywhere as far as ratings are concerned. I have DNF'd cozy mysteries. I have shelved cozy mysteries. I've given cozy mysteries 1 star or 2 stars, and I've given cozy mysteries an overwhelming 5 stars, and everything else in between. So when it came to this book, I had no idea what I was going to get, and just because it was hyped up for me by Tiffany didn't necessarily mean that I was going to like it. And yet, I walked away from this book thinking, I am so glad that it was so infectious and that Tiffany did speak about it as much as she did, because of just how amazing it is. So if you are someone who wants more cozy for your cozy mystery buck, pick up A Plus One for Murder. You will not be disappointed. It is extremely cozy. Okay. And as I said, I gave it 4 stars. All right, let's move on to A Perilous Pal. Now, why did I give this, I just want to quickly actually check with A Plus One for Murder. Why did I give it 4 stars and not 5? I wasn't a fan of the mystery. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I got the concept. First client dies and there's more to the story than meets the eye. I didn't find it compelling and felt it took away from the cozy aspect. Okay, yeah, well that makes sense. I love the cozy aspect so much that if the mystery is not gripping me, then it would annoy me that it's taking time away from the cozy aspect that I love so much. So yes, I agree with past Mr. Francy docking a star and giving it 4 stars, because I didn't like the mystery, and the mystery took away from the cozy aspect that is the Friend for Hire mystery, Friend for Hire cozy aspect. So, okay. Alright. A Perilous Pal with the very gorgeous dog on the cover. I love this cover. I mean, I like the cover of book 1, but I definitely prefer the cover of book 2. Oh my gosh. So you know how they have that saying out there, don't judge a book by its cover? It is so true when you take that literally. There are many books out there that have covers that do not in any way, shape or form correctly represent the book on the inside. But this cover absolutely does. It is so incredibly cozy-like, and just everything about this cover absolutely represents the book on the inside. The dog on the cover is Scout. Scout is Emma's dog, and you would never come across a more placid dog in your life. He's a placid, compassionate dog. And, yeah, I love Scout to pieces. But anyway, let's talk about the premise of this one. In this one, we continue to follow Emma Westlake and her friend for hire business. One day, while at her octogenarian friend Dottie's house, Emma receives an email from a woman who seems to be quite down on her luck. She'd spent her whole life caring for, and indeed living for, her husband and 2 children. But her husband has now left her for someone only a few years older than her son, and both children have flown the coop and don't need her anymore. Emma decides to meet up with the woman, and the pair discuss things they could potentially do together. The woman suggests things like going to a dessert bar and maybe having a book club and multiple ways they could kill her ex for revenge. The following morning, the ex winds up dead, and Emma's client is taken into custody for his death. But Emma knows she is innocent, and with the persuasion of Dottie, they come together to try and solve the case. And that is very true when I say the persuasion of Dottie. Can I just give a shout out to here to any old biddy in any cozy mystery that heavily persuades any main character to solve a crime. I love them all. I love the old biddies in the Poppy McAllister mystery series. I love, oh gosh, I can't think of her name right now. Madame, I think it is, in the Coffee House mystery series, and even in Spelford Cove, the grandma, I forgot her name for the life of me, but the grandma, love her. And I can't think of who the old biddy would be in Amish Candy Shop. Maybe it would be Bailey's grandma? I don't know. But anyway, I love, what's her name in this one again? Dottie. So many characters to remember. I love Dottie, the old biddy in this one, because, yeah, she heavily persuades Emma to solve this mystery where Emma doesn't want to. But it ends up happening anyway, so that's all good. Alright, so to my thoughts on this book, I love the series as a whole so much. It is cozy to the extreme. The idea of Friend for Hire for the cozy side of the book makes so much sense. Add to that Dottie and Emma's dog Scout, and it's a recipe for an amazing journey. I am sad that I'm up to date with the series and just live on some sort of hope that Laura Bradford releases another book in the series soon. And as I said, I gave this one 5 stars. Yeah. I am. Ow, I just hurt myself with the book. I'm okay. Okay. Sorry, I know you can't see me, and I didn't mean to say out loud that I hurt myself with the book, but I did. But I'm okay. Alright, we will keep going, because we are professional. Alright, so yeah, I was very sad to be seemingly done with the series. Someone did tell me that Laura Bradford is planning on releasing a 3rd book in the series. If that is the case, I will be so happy, because I need more of this series. Laura Bradford, whatever else you are doing, just put it on hold and write more of this series, because I need this series. There are so many, for those of you who are cozy mystery lovers, you probably already know this, but for those of you who aren't, let me tell you, there are different sizes of book counts in series. Okay. So in other words, just like with any standard average genred series, you can have a duology of 2 books, like this one so far, a trilogy where there's 3 books, a quartet where there is 4 books, or you can have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and on we go, a book series out there. Cozy mysteries to me have some of the longest series I have ever seen. I mean, I'm currently reading a series which is the Hayley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series by Lee and Hollis, and I think, don't quote me, but I think there's something like 19 books in the series for that one, and that is not a lot compared to some others that have more than that. They have like 30, 40, maybe even 50 books in the freaking series. Like, how is this possible? But anyway, letting that go. What disappoints me, knowing that there are a lot of cozy mystery series that are huge series with so many books, is that with this one, there's only 2. Why with this one? It doesn't make sense. Now, there are some cozy mystery series that I have read that have stopped after 2 or 3 that I can see why they were stopped then. You know, the idea was played out, that the whole purpose of the series had played out. There was nothing else left to do. It was starting to get a bit bit stale. It makes sense that we end it. But with this one, it doesn't make sense to me. The series is still very much alive in my mind and in my heart, and there's so much more that Laura Bradford can do with this series. I mean, how much potential is there? There's so much potential. I don't know what I'm saying. There is so much potential Laura Bradford has with the concept of a friend for hire business. In each and every single book, we can have a new friend that is hired with a new thing that goes on. I mean, this could go on and on for 50 books. Come on, Laura Bradford. Let's write more. Let's go. And I will be there pre-ordering books because I have so much faith and trust in you as an author with this series. So, okay. I didn't want this to go on for too long. It doesn't need to. It's only a 2-book series. But all I can say is, if you love your cozies, and if you like for your cozies to be the opposite to gritty or edgy, which is extreme coziness, extreme cozy fluffiness, warm hug envelopedness, then you must read this duology. It is so extremely cozy. It is the single most extremely cozy series I have read so far. And I think everyone should read this because it's just fantastic. If you have read this duology, and on top of that, you've read a series that is more cozy than this, you all need to let me know what that series is, or what those series are, because I haven't come across anything more cozy than this. And if there is something more cozy than this, I need to read it, and I need to read it now. But this series is just absolutely incredible. Overall, despite the fact that I gave a +1 for Murder 4 stars and a Perilous Pal 5 stars, overall I'm giving this series a 5 stars. I think it is fantastic. I love Laura Bradford's writing style. I love the characters. It was great getting to know having the setup of recurring characters in book 1 and then getting to know more about them in book 2. And so if we have a book 3 and 4 and 5 and so on and so forth, then we can get to know even more about them. So I would look forward to that. There's an old guy in this book and I don't remember his name. But we love that guy, and I can't believe I can't remember his name. But anyway, it doesn't matter. If you read the series, you know who I'm referring to. He is one of Haley Powell's wrong series, Emma Westlake's clients. And he's the old guy, the only old guy she has as a client recurringly. And I can't remember his name. But anyway, I want to learn more about him. And I want to learn more about her first client that she got in book 1, who ended up still being a client of hers in book 2. I can't remember her name either. I am horrible with names. Forgive me. So much I want to learn. I want to see more of Scout the dog, the most docile, loyal dog that I've ever come across. And the mystery in book 2 was amazing. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm just remembering the, reveals that we got, towards the end of book 2. My goodness, was that an amazing mystery. Come on, Laura Bradford, I needs me some more, okay? I can't be the only one. Let's start a petition. Hashtag bring back a Friend for Hire mystery series. Hashtag Laura Bradford, we need more Friend for Hire. If you can come up with a more succinct hashtag, let me know in the comments below and we'll start spreading that hashtag around BookTube. Let's get to Laura Bradford. Laura Bradford, we need you to write more of this. Just drop whatever else you're writing and just focus on this series. But also, at the same time, if you can recommend another Laura Bradford series to me, please do so. Let me know in the comments below. I want it to be as cozy as this series is, though. So if her other series aren't as cozy, then please warn me about that beforehand. But anyway, overall for this series, 5 stars, and I highly recommend it. It was fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I just hope we are going to get more in the future. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it for my CSL number 8, A Friend for Hire mystery series by Laura Bradford. An overwhelming 5 stars from me. Letting you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Please do be kind and love one another and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. And until next time, happy reading. Bye everyone.